Hello and welcome to the Chicken Bros. My name is David Heath.
And I'm a sneaky sneakster.
And yes, we're finally here. It took us a good long while, but we're here to talk about The Owl House.
Oh my goodness, and I thought TV was dead.
Me too. Well, animated TV.
Animated TV.
Yeah. Okay, so, little backstory. The Owl House is a show it's on Disney Channel, right?
Yeah, it's a Disney Channel show.
Yeah, it's a Disney Channel show. It's created by Dana Terrace, who, just for context's sake, is Alex Hirsch's partner. I'm not sure what their whole relationship is. And if you don't know who Alex Hirsch is, shame on you. He's the guy who created the Gravity Falls show.
Which is another show that I like. I don't know about Dave, but I love that show.
Yeah, and I would suggest that we review it, but I have not seen enough of it. But anyway, Owl House is a great show. It's so good. It's beautifully animated. It's a really interesting kind of take on a concept that's been used before, where someone from the real world's flung into a completely different world and is kind of there to stay.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, instead it's like, what is this place? Oh my god, what is this place? Luz, a human who is nerdy even by our standards.
Yeah, shall we say unique?
Like she gets flung into a mystical world. Okay, let's back up a little bit. She's a little weird. She's quirky.
Yeah.
She's really obsessed with magic, like us, but to an nth degree.
Right.
And her mom, who works in healthcare, which is not an easy profession, I'll tell you that right now. Is she tries to get her to go to a summer camp that's supposed to help her be more normal.
Right.
Now she's throwing away her favorite book, which is about Azura, the Good Witch. Interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets stolen by a little owl, and she chases it to an abandoned house. And through that abandoned house is a portal to
the Boiling Isles.
And when she finds that out, she's like, whoa, a mystical realm. I'm going to be a witch. So she gets picked up and by this con artist, wanted witch by the name of Ida, the Owl Lady. Full name Ida Clawthorne, by the way.
Yeah. Who, I keep forgetting her name. If you've watched Jimmy Neutron, beautiful, gorgeous, voices her.
Wendy Malick.
Wendy Malick, thank you. Wendy Malick voices her.
Yeah, which I thought was awesome, because I haven't seen Wendy Malick on TV or in a movie in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm glad she's still doing something.
And she has a little demon buddy by the name of King, voiced by Alex Hirsch.
Yes. He's supposed to be the king of all demons, but he's this little thing. He's like a little puppy-sized thing. And Luz loves him.
Ay, que lindo! Which means how cute in Spanish.
Who's a little guy? Who's a little guy?
Is it you? No, I'm not your little guy. You know, who is this monster? By the way, alright, we'll get into that later. Alright, so it starts off with they're trying to get King's crown back from the Conformatorium, which is like a prison for those who don't fit in the Boiling Isles, which is weird because the Boiling Isles is a weird fucking place.
It is, and I don't really know what constitutes as not fitting in when everything's different no matter where you turn.
Like, for a fan fiction writer like us, it's pretty much paradise. We can do anything we want.
Yeah, and also, buddy, I don't know if you knew this, because I sure didn't know. One of the people in the Conformatorium is voiced by Dana Terrace.
Which one?
The little body with the big nose.
I destroy your world!
Yeah.
What is a cube?
I love the fact that one person was like, they wanted to write fan fiction about, what, vegetables?
Food falling in love.
Food falling in love. I love that.
And honestly, as a fan fiction writer, our damn selves, she should be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
fiction has no limits.
Yeah, and besides, that's pretty tame compared to what's on the internet.
Oh yeah, trust us.
But Luz finds her place in this, because she feels more at home here than she would at like boarding school or wherever.
The summer camp, the real world, basically.
Yeah, basically the entire real world.
Yeah. So, she wants to be trained as a witch, which is kind of a problem for her because she's a human, so she has no magical ability.
Right, and that also makes her an outcast.
A target, if you watch the second episode.
That's true.
because she gets conned by this weird demon thing. It was like a giant baby with tentacles.
Also, just as a thing, Noah, because I probably should have said this before we started recording. There's only one season of Owl House available out there. It's on Disney Plus if you want to watch it. But I don't think we should go too far into the first season, like, because there are certain plot points you and I know about.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, so like...
But I'm just going into the second episode right now, so nothing too major.
Right, but I'm trying to use my brother telepathy here to try to get you to know which plot point I'm talking about. The big one?
I got it. I'm not going to say anything about that.
But while we're on the Owl House, let's talk about other characters who you can find in the Boiling Isle, such as Willow. I feel like Bert and Ernie.
Okay, her name is Willow. Her last name is revealed to be Park later in the series.
Yes.
She has 2 dads, yay inclusion.
Yes.
And she is freaking adorable. I don't know what... I just have this thing for dark hair, glasses, and shy personalities. And she's got all 3, so she's like, yes, please. She's more curvy than I usually like, but I'm going to look past that. But she is really gifted with plant magic, but the first time we see her in the 3rd episode, she's in the abomination track, which she's terrible at, because that's not her magical purpose.
Right.
And that's when we're also introduced to a bully by the name of Amity Blight, voiced by Mai Whitman. Yes, Avatar fans, Katara went over to the dark side.
Well, not really the dark side. Now, I think this we should definitely talk about because there's no way we can't. In the beginning of the first season, Amity is kind of a bully-esque character to lose.
Yes, because, humans can't do magic, you shouldn't be here, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But as the show goes on...
Well, first we gotta find out, eventually Luce does learn magic, but in a different way, because she can't do it the way that Ida does it, so she had to find a different way to do it. She knows how to draw glyphs of, elemental magics.
Yeah.
Also, something to mention for the context of the show, the leader of the Boiling Isles, Emperor Belos...
Yes.
He has this system, this coven system, that says that every witch shall only be able to practice one branch of magic. You can't be a wild magician and use all different kinds of magic, which is why Ida is so unpopular and wanted, is because that's all she does. She is literally the most powerful witch on the Boiling Isles because she can do anything.
Yeah.
Whereas Willow can only do plant magic. Their other friend Gus only knows illusion magic. Though Amity is in the abomination track, but we've seen her do a bunch of different things.
Yeah. But as the show goes on, her and Luz's, I guess, acquaintanceship turns into a friendship, and even maybe Amity's starting to crush on Luz.
Okay, she's all okay, dude. She gets so flustered by the end that it turns into what the Instagram community calls a gay panic. She is so gay for Luz, which is fine.
Oh, no, that's totally fine.
Honestly, I think it's cute. And in fact, the reason I even got into that show is because I saw a video of all the lumidity moments in the show, and I was like, okay, I need to watch this show to see this love progress.
And Noah told me about it, and I watched the first episode, and what hooked me is Luz.
Yeah, this one fell in love with Luz, which makes my lumidity ship a little controversial.
Yes, and for anyone out there who's like, dude, I know there's a ship, and I acknowledge it, and I do think it's cute, but I can't help it. Luz is just so adorable. I want to hug her.
Also,
this is going on YouTube. I should be careful.
Whatever. We've admitted to our fan fiction ways before. Besides, This is Owl House. We're supposed to remember what Luz says. Weirdos got to stick together. Anyway, where was I going with this?
We didn't mention. Did we mention Lilith?
Mention what? Sorry.
Lilith.
No, we haven't mentioned her yet. She's Ida's sister who works for the Emperor. She's the leader of the Emperor's Coven, which is this elite guard of witches who are allowed to use any type of magic because they're in service to the Emperor.
Mm.
So she's trying to capture Eowyn for whatever reason. I'm not going into why.
How many episodes are there in the first season? Like 15?
16, I think, counting
16.
the last episode, which was a doozy.
Yeah.
Watch it for yourselves, guys.
Yes. This show, even though it's like it looks like it's a simple kid show for Disney Channel, but it has depth. That's what I like about it.
It's like Gravity Falls. It starts off silly, but then it gets serious real quick.
And also, Noah, I'm sure I can't be the first person who has thought of this, but hear me out. I have a theory.
Okay.
So, as I've mentioned before, the show was created by Dana Terrace, who's partners with Alex Hirsch, who created Gravity Falls.
Uh-huh.
In the first episode of this show, Eda says that what humans call mythology is a little bit of what leaked out of the Boiling Isles.
Right.
So, what if all that weird stuff Dipper and Mabel came across came from the Boiling Isles?
Makes sense.
Like I don't know how, but Bill Cipher, is some manifestation of some crazy shit that happened in the Boiling Isles.
Or since Alex Hirsch voices both Bill Cipher and King, what if Bill Cipher's punishment for screwing with Gravity Falls was to be trapped in the body of King?
Maybe.
He really was a king of demons because he used to be Bill Cipher.
And I know a lot of people who probably have seen the show or haven't are thinking, okay, you guys are stretching. I know it sounds like that, but these shows are very similar in tone and even kind of like a little bit of animation-wise. It's got a very similar feel.
Though the characters in Owl House, their eyes have irises and colors and stuff.
That's true. They're not just like a little dot. Well, except for King, he's just got
well, he's got yellow sclera and red irises. So
yeah, but they're not as detailed as everybody else's.
No.
Oh, we forgot about Hootie.
Oh well, I don't like Hootie, so I don't mind not talking about him.
About Hootie, but
I
like. Oh, Hoot!
Okay, so Hootie, he's
in the door.
He's in the door, but he can stretch out. He is the most He's basically like Jar Jar, optimistic, completely stupid,
trying to be comic relief, but isn't. The only difference is Hootie doesn't have an annoying voice that's like, "Me dads, what does Misa say?"
Well, I think his voice is kind of annoying.
It just sounds like, I don't know who does the voice of Hootie, but it sounds like Mordecai trying to talk high. Oh, Hoot!
No, dude.
I gotta look that up later. Who plays Hootie? But yeah, there's not a whole lot we can talk about without ruining certain plot points. Basically, this show is really great, and
really great,
and especially in a time period where kids shows are trash.
Oh yes,
they don't make them like Phineas and Ferb anymore,
or Gravity Falls, or Owl House.
Right, and if you're wondering, yes, Owl House got greenlit for a second season. We don't know when it's coming out, but it will come out. I'm excited to see where the rest of it goes.
I saw a post on Instagram. Someone not posted, but did a screenshotted Dana Terrace on Twitter. She said, "I know you guys are waiting, but we're also in quarantine, so be patient."
Yeah, with everything that's going on with the virus, we can't really talk about it because I've heard YouTube is very touchy about talking about this kind of stuff. But the thing that's going around, you know what it is.
You know what it is.
It makes it doing stuff like that because some things you can pull off in quarantine. Making a show, you really can't. You need people around, and having this going on puts a damper on that. So they're accommodating, and I would prefer that they stay safe rather than risk themselves. I don't want.
Yes, please.
I don't want no harm to befall Dana Terra. She gave me a great show, or a great first season of a show.
Yes, and while we do want more, we are fan fiction writers. We will sustain ourselves.
Yes. And also, I just want to say, just for the sake of gushing about this show, the ending music in the credits it slaps, man. It's so nice.
I like it. I think it's cute how in the opening credits, when it shows the picture, when it shows Willow, Gus, and Amity, Willow puts does the heart thing with her hands.
Yeah.
I love Willow. I really do. One of the episodes that deals with Willow and Amity's relationship because they used to be friends when they were kids.
That episode is so deep, man.
That is literally my favorite episode because it's all about Willow. She was adorable.
There's a lot of emotional moments you wouldn't expect in a kids show nowadays. That's in this show.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I know what I wanted to say first. So, for all our Spanish speakers out there, if there are any, you guys know that luz in Spanish means light.
Mm-hmm.
The first spell that luz masters is a light spell.
Mm.
That's smart.
It is.
Good
smart.
job, Dana Terrace. Also, Willow. Her name is Willow, and she does plant magic. Mostly what the connection is with Augustus and illusions, though.
I don't either. Or Amity, for that matter.
Well,
but...
Amity Blight. Blight is a bad thing because she was trying to be a bad guy, or she's a spoiled rich bad guy at first.
Right.
Ooh, that's gonna because her parents are controlling. So
they're the real abominations.
Truth. I may be an abomination, but you're my abomination. Please watch this show, guys.
Yes, do yourself a favor. Get on Disney Plus. Watch this show. It's great.
Or just do what I did and buy the whole damn season off of fucking iTunes.
Did you really do that?
That's what. Yes, I did.
It's on Disney Plus.
It wasn't at the time.
Oh, okay. That I understand. I thought you meant recently you bought it.
No, I bought it way back
before it was on Disney Plus.
Yeah, like when the show was first starting out. So when I got the season pass on Disney on iTunes. So every time a new episode came out, it would automatically be downloaded to my iTunes account.
Oh, neat. But yes, do yourself a favor and watch this show. And Noah, do I even need to bother to ask what we should rate this?
I give it a 10 out of whoo!
And I'll give it a 10 out of loose! Well, we hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time on Chicken Bros.
Willow!
Okay!